Hello, divine beings. This is Belinda Pearl, and welcome to this auricular divination consciousness expanding experience. Where right now the sun has moved into Virgo, and so let us see where the Virgo sun is going to take us, the journey of self realization, if you will. Where are we learning to be more in service? More of service to ourselves and to humanity. So let's see. It says solidity, your inner core. It's like a journey that we've been traveling, but it's also, little insight here from the oracle is that it's an activation. It is in our inner core. It's an activation at the level of our DNA. And it's funny, if you will, where I get that from. Is like I looked at the card, and then my eye went up and saw the number, which is 18 on the card. And straight away I saw this like spiraling of the DNA. And then I looked back down at the imagery, and it's almost like it's like breaking apart, but it has this spiral effect, this energetic effect. It says solidity in a core. It's like part of our beingness has to break away. Like maybe we've been too stagnant on our insides and on our outsides, how life has been. Maybe we've been so comfortable with the way life is, and change is always not so easy. It comes with a lot of complaining. I wish we could just go back to the way things were. But then we stay in that stagnation, and then eventually maybe it all just kind of like, I'm thinking of like a stagnant pond. Nothing moves and nothing grows, and it just stays there, and maybe it just gets mucky and murky. But when we break open like this, we allow ourselves, we open that pond and we let fresh water to run in and that water to run out, so new life can come in, new sediments can come in, new opportunities are released into us, so that we can release the energies that we've been creating and honing in our own self out into the world. There's also a dove, and to me it just seems like this feeling like if we break free of our fears, especially that's the 8 for me, is like breaking fear of fear, so that we can really stand into this place of where it is that we wish to be, who we wish to be. And the dove is reminding me of this place of like imprinting within us. Maybe it's already in our core, at the very level of our inner being, at the level of our DNA, imprinted within us, the sense that humanity is in fact peaceful. That what we see in the streets and happening around us is not true humanity. It's that stagnation of the pond, the murkiness. And maybe that's why it is, let us break free from these old conforms of how things have been into something new. So we do have to shift and change. We need to find ourselves to be adaptable, not segregating anybody from anyone or anything, because that is like old paradigms. Maybe the way we've been doing things, even growing our food, it's like this sense of like all the way down to, this is Uranus and Taurus, like how we've been growing our food. Remember, Uranus is in retrograde right now, and so it is about like, this whole part of our bodiness, how we feed our body, how we make our body strong. This is coming into like being highlighted, what is coming into like realization for us, what we are learning more about how things in this world, like we've been seeing, maybe less food. I've noticed this, like less foods, not all foods, but certain foods, like less things on the shelves. So there's been this like, the demand is still there because humanity is still growing, but the mechanisms of getting it there or manufacturing it getting there has been slowed down. So there's been this idea about sort of a slowdown in like resources. So people also get into that panic and fear state and want to take everything and make sure that they have everything. But again, that's all connected to that fear-based, past-based stuff. What guidance is sharing for us and with us. And I started this off with going, Sun is in Virgo. How can we be more in service? Service to ourselves and to all of humanity. This is about breaking free from that old conform or confined of where you've been, so we can release that which is true humanity, the dove that's within us. There's different faces here too. There's a face that looks this side and face that looks that way. And there's a sense of separation that we're experiencing in the world. But also, they are the same being. The faces are on the same element, if you will. And so it's maybe we break all barriers and all boundaries between us. And then we realize that when we do that, we are all just simply connected. We all made up of one thing. So in fact, even if we're looking in different directions, we are made up of one thing. We are one and connected. And then when I look more into the imagery, I see that, we always think where is heaven? It's not here. It can't be here. But because we've been looking at so many different things in such an odd way and creating this murky pond, that maybe we've made heaven appear murky. So maybe, again, with the changes that we're experiencing, maybe some of it we need to go with and see what is shifting and changing, instead of coming with a thing from a fear-based mind, an imprinted mind of how things feel comfortable in the past. Maybe this is a way of going through a doorway that we haven't seen, because this is Uranus. We've just had the second Aquarius full moon. Uranus stationed 2 days before the full moon. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So this is a powerful time, and understanding that things are going to change. We're going to see it in the stores where things aren't as much as they used to be. Maybe things have had to shift and change, but we so badly wanted to go back to the same, that we don't want it to be the same too. So it's watching what we say as well is so important. We've been talking about that a lot as well. But this idea about how can we be in service, and we're at the end of the queue, because it's a 1 in 18. We're coming to the end of the queue. We are at the end of the queue. It's time for us to look for wisdom and see the wisdom in the lessons that we've learned. So as we move into a new world, a new earth, if you will, break free from the confines that have confined us into these old belief systems, and look at our inner core and realize that in our inner core, that all of humanity is beautiful. All of humanity has peace, is peaceful. This is your reminder to remind you of your peacefulness. So maybe today, go outside, open your wings, do something different. If you travel the same way, if you do the same thing, change your schedule. Do something spontaneous. If you're always linear in the way that you do, maybe go outside and take 5-10 minutes. Put on your shorts and your t-shirt, your bathing suit. Go outside and get some rays. Recharge your body with a solar light. I know I've been doing that too, because for the longest time I got a little bit fearful of the sun, and I didn't want to get cancer and all that stuff, because it was all put into my head. And then I realized I was depriving my body of what I really needed. And of course, then, when you have a vitamin C deficiency, it's realizing that I need sun that's generating. So 5-10 minutes every day makes your body, it awakens you at your inner core, and use it as medicine too. So there's a little tip in this. Use the sunlight as medicine. Everything is medicine or poison, too much or too little, right? Find the right amount that's right for you, what your body needs. Warm your body up from the inner core. Revitalize itself. Again, today, do something different. So, somewhere along the line that all made sense. From my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. And again, this is Belinda Pearl. You can find me at belindapearl.com, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.